talk about that a little bit later. But let's start with the ugly win on Sunday for your Baltimore Ravens. 23-16 Ravens over the Browns. Not a pretty win by any stretch. I thought they turned the ball over a lot. Obviously, they had a couple turnovers. Lamar had 2 picks. One of them was kind of fluky. We know the story of this game, though, right? The offensive line. That's what we're all talking about, the poor play, the offensive line as well. So, how was Lamar on Sunday? Definitely his worst outing, 14 of 25, 193. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that Lamar's playing banged up. I don't think there's any more. This is, again, today, we got the practice. I saw the practice report right before I came on tonight. Once again, missing practice on Wednesday. I'm not saying he's not going to play. I didn't say that. But this is a pattern now. This is a couple weeks in a row. He's missing the Wednesday practice. I think they're trying to ease up on him in practice. He's trying to ease up in runs. There's definitely something with Lamar where he's banged up. He's playing through it. Obviously, he's good enough to play through it, but he's not 1,000% here as well. So a lot of guys are. It's football. I understand that. But that's clearly a thing with Lamar here as well. A little bit banged up here at the start. Here as we getting to the tail end of the season. Derrick Henry didn't look like he has the same burst, but he was good on Sunday. Some of, obviously, Henry's problem is the run blocking has been terrible in a lot of ways. Derrick Henry, 18 to 103, 1 touchdown. They kept feeding him the ball, though. I think he broke a few runs. This is what you're going to get with Henry, though. This is why I don't understand sometimes when they give up on the run. I've kind of said it so many times, so I'm going to say it one more time here. John Harbaugh does not like bell cows. He does not like to give the ball to one guy 30 times, 20 times. He doesn't like doing that. He likes to spread it, the carries around. Now, there was no Justice Hill last week. Justice was at practice. He should play. We hope he played because he was at practice today. Along with Marlon Humphrey. Shout out to Marlon as well, who was at practice as well. But when you get a Henry enough carries, as Luke Bishop keep calling for it, he breaks one. Like he's going to break one. He's not. If you give him just 5-6, he's going to break one, and that's what happened on Sunday. Even despite all the pass rush and the rush and the poor play of the line, he was really stood out. I thought Keaton Mitchell was pretty good too. He had over 5 yards of carry as well. Zay Flowers growing right before us. 3 receptions, not a lot, but 78 yards. This guy is seeing. You just see how he's reading defenses now with that great speed. It's not just everything 9 route, go down late, but no, he's going to soft spots in the zones. He's reading where Lamar's going to throw the ball. You can see it when he's doing it now. This is what's making him a top 15 receiver in the league. I think he's like 12th in receiving yards. This guy's fantastic. So definitely Flowers. I mean, look, we had to wait a long time to get a great receiver. And so we got it with Zay Flowers. Kyle Hamilton's just so much fun to watch. Kyle Hamilton is just moving him, putting Gilman back at the traditional free safety spot, along with Malachi Starks, who's also developing right before us. And then you're just letting Hamilton out there do his thing. Let him play nickel. Let him play safety at times. Let him play linebacker at times. Let him rush the passer at times. It really confused the quarterbacks of Cleveland on Sunday. Kyle Hamilton, you had the spot where he was at all times, and he was fantastic. 9 tackles, 1 sack. Definitely 2 outstanding as well. Defense as a whole has been really good. Moving Hamilton was really good. Gilman understands everything, the playbook right from minute 1 as well. He's been really good. The run defense has been good. I think Aeneas people should be playing more. I do believe that's because they are trying to get big guys in there. That's why you're seeing Tavian Bryan. That's why you're seeing Peebles is more of a Russian type, more of a pass rusher type, not as good against the run. I think that's why you're seeing more John Jenkins and not him, Tavian Bryan, et cetera, as well. But Hamilton, I thought was fantastic on Sunday. The two quarterbacks, Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. So Gabriel starts the game, went out with a head concussion injuries. Apparently, he's didn't play the second half. Won't play this week. The backup Shedeur came in 4 for 16 and 47 yards, 1 INT. Boy, I knew they were going to be talking about this everywhere on Monday. Gabriel first. I think Gabriel is a good NFL backup quarterback. He's just a limited skill set. I mean, he's not uber accurate. He's fairly accurate, but only in short passes. He really, I've seen a couple times downfield only if teams were playing it right, or because he throws so many short passes, teams come in, then he could kind of chuck it downfield and get things passed. But that's just kind of what he is. He's a limited skill set. Shedeur, I really can't say much about Shedeur in that short period as well. 4 for 16. Hearing all week they haven't been playing him with the ones ever or hadn't getting him any reps or whatever. They don't want him there. I kind of said that on draft day. This is the owner pick. When they picked him, he wanted Dylan Gabriel for some reason because he's, I think, probably easier as a backup. I mean, I don't think he knows. I don't know if he sees either one of them a starter, but Dylan Gabriel, he kind of sees him as a backup, as a guy who can stay with the organization. With the Shedeur owner pick, so he didn't look prepared. He's going to have to look like that going forward this week. We'll see. I don't. He was terrible though. I mean, there's no question about it. But you're gonna have to see how that goes. They was when they blitzed him, it was over. I mean, he couldn't. There wasn't much he could do. Quinshawn Jacobs was pretty good in this game, 17 for 59. I think he's probably their best offensive player as well, especially with Gabriel in the game. Basically, all he does is throw to running backs, tight ends, etc. So you got a Quinshawn Jenkins in there as well. Ravens did pretty good. Defense has been improving. Run defense has been improving, especially as well. You don't have, obviously, Matabuke. I don't know if you're going to have Broderick Washington at all this year. He's on IR. He should be eligible to come back pretty soon. But Travis Jones has been good. John Jenkins been in there. A lot of run for the John Harbaugh guy, Brent Urban. So you're seeing that as well. Run defense is doing well. Not a lot from the passing game from either guy. I think they had over 100 yards, but Tillman had the best day, 3 for 52. They pretty much, I mean, the quarterbacks just weren't good enough to get receivers the football in this one. This was the problem. This was the reason why the Browns were even in the game. Was Myles Garrett had 4 sacks. He could have had 7 or 8. I'm serious. I mean, that's how bad they looked. Ronnie Stanley couldn't do anything with Garrett. Overall, I'm not worried about Ronnie Stanley. That's a Garrett thing. Rosengarten as well. Some people have been getting on Rosengarten. I feel so bad for him because he's playing next to Filele. That can't be good for you. that can't be good for you. Like playing next to a guy that's just so inept. That can't be good for him as well. Linderbaum was as good as he always has been. Voorhees had a lot of trouble. Voorhees, now according to PFF, he had a good day. Voorhees, I think, does the right things, but he is not strong enough. That's kind of what I see. Technically wise, he's not always perfect. And when he isn't, he's not strong enough to kind of give. See, a lot of people will have you believe that technique is everything. With guys, it is for some guys, but some guys can get away with poor technique because they're strong enough to fit. Voorhees doesn't really seem to have that. When he doesn't do, when technique kind of falters, he really struggles. So, but Garrett was just all over the field. He had 4 sacks. Lamar Jackson, had it been a different quarterback, it would have been 6 or 7 because Lamar got away from him several times. Where it would have been worse than that. Just wide open. Like sacks is not just wide open stuff. No double coverage, poor coaching, poor play by the offensive line as well. So, but however, we did win. I think you lose this game had you had any semblance of quarterback in Cleveland. That's how bad your offensive line looked as well. That caused errors. There was other errors in this one. fumble return. Not fumble return, a fumble recovery. Jonte Wester fumbled the ball. I was corrected on Facebook. It wasn't a touchdown. It led to a field goal. They had a pick six. Ball bounced out of hand. So a couple errors. Despite the errors, they did go ahead and get the win as well. So 23-16 as well. We'll get to Harbaugh on the line, what he said about the line in a second. But we got a game this week. And we got a change here. So we got the Jets that are 2-8. Did lose their last game on last Thursday night, to the New England Patriots as well. New England's fantastic. Fantastic. We're going to talk about it. We might get to talk about New England pretty soon here because they're going to play the Ravens. But the change, Tyrod now, former Ravens backup, as well, started his career with Joe Flacco as Joe Flacco's backup. Went to Buffalo, became a starter. He's 36. Shout out to Tyrod, having such a long career. This is the right thing. Is he a stud? No, but he's going to at least get him something. Justin Fields was really struggling, benched in the last game. Tyrod is going to go in this game here for them as well. Breece Hall is going ahead as well. This is, to me, for them, their number one offensive player, in my opinion, Breece Hall. When I watched the Jets a couple times and I have seen them, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Breece Hall really, really do well. I'm seeing Breece Hall really, really do well when he's playing. So I'm seeing Breece Hall really play well. They are having trouble, I think, in a lot of areas, their offensive line. But I think Hall, he's never had a 1,000-yard season. I was actually surprised when I was researching that. But he does 722, 5 touchdowns. He is going to be the focus as well. Did go ahead, had some changes at wide receiver. This is probably, I would think, they're much maligned. Adam Mitchell is probably the guy you want to give the most focus to as well. Should be able to control those receivers as well. Garrett Wilson is going to be out here for a few more weeks. So Mitchell, I think, kind of steps up to the number one role here as well. So be interesting to see how that plays out. And here, somebody we know, Brandon Stevens, also a guy, now probably the number one corner or number one defensive player, traded away Hot Sauce Gardner early in the season, traded away Quincy Williams. Brandon Stevens it's been good for them this year. Stevens, I think, always has good coverage. I really do. I really have always liked his coverage. Now, the thing with him, he doesn't pick the ball off as well. That's the problem. He doesn't locate the ball well, so I think that's the issue. But he really can do some coverage. Not an elite guy like Surtain or McDuffie or anything like that, but he's pretty good, at least at man-to-man coverage as well. So look for the Ravens to go ahead and square that away. I do think Lamar is going to play despite him missing practice, but I do think we have to calibrate ourselves a little bit with Lamar because he is clearly banged up, I think, at this point, running less, looking downfield more. He's taking a lot of hits from the offensive line, which isn't helping, obviously, as well. But I think Lamar is going to play. Derrick Henry, not as good of a season he's having last season. I think, considering the circumstances, I'm just fine with Derrick Henry for the most part. 807 yards, 166, clearly on his way to another 1,000-yard season, could get 1,500 yards. I don't know if he won't get 2,000, 10 touchdowns, something like that. Derrick Henry showing up big time. Flowers, we already talked about. As far as him being one of the better receivers, I think, in the entire NFL. Shout out to Mark Andrews. Would be remiss taking over Derek Mason's record as the all-time leading receiver. So congratulations to Mark Andrews. Great career. It's been better lately down the stretch, too. Getting the ball in the red zone, getting that touchdown in the game last week in the off the spin direct snap. They've been practicing that. So getting the game winner last week. Roquan, 45 tackles. No problem now with Roquan. Roquan, this looks like what we've been missing all season. Before that, he was obviously injured. Roquan looks healthier, playing healthier, looks like more of a leader on the field, got more dog in him. Not as many tackles. I'm seeing that, but definitely you can see his impact in the game as well. I think we're going to see maybe X Factor DeAndre Hopkins. Let's see it as well, more from DeAndre. Let's see now if they can use DeAndre more down the stretch as well. We know the offensive weapons are there, but DeAndre more down the stretch. Teddy Buchanan has been fantastic as well. So definitely, too. They're getting some stuff now from the rookies as we go. Malachi Starks, Tyler Luke, Teddy Buchanan, Mike Green. You're starting to get those contributions from the rookies. That's very important as well. So don't rather have had Justin Fields, frankly, but not so worried about the Jets here at the start. I think the Ravens again went handily as well. But the line, oh boy. Let's get to the coach here. Talking. I'm going to share my screen here with you guys so we can go ahead and hear from Coach Harbaugh. He's here talking about, to go ahead and set it up here. He's here talking about the offensive line play of the Ravens as well. So here is the coach.
The best five players are the best of the guys, five guys who are playing the best. That's what you do. I mean, it's not even a hard answer, you know. So the question is pretty much, yeah, we're putting the best five players out there, and they're playing pretty darn good. Can they play better? Sure. You evaluate it play by play. Every single position, you evaluate it play for play for play for play. And some plays are great. Some plays are good. Some plays need to be better. You want them to be better, and you try to improve on them. So that's how it goes with every position. So, and there's always going to be areas where, you know, that from one game to the next can play better or whatever. So that's how it works.
Yeah, you guys out there don't believe that, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, do not believe that bologna sandwich from the head coach there. That is a grade A bologna sandwich. When I was a kid, you know, we didn't even get to eat the good bologna sandwiches. We got to eat the low grade. Sometimes the difference between Kool-Aid and if you have a drink of Kool-Aid, there's Kool-Aid and there was showing my age here, Flavor Aid, right? Flavor Aid was even cheaper than Kool-Aid was, like that. And there's bologna sandwiches. There was SK and all. No. You're going over there to generic stuff. That was a generic bologna sandwich from the coach. You've got to be kidding me. There's no way he believes that. No way he believes that. No way in the world he likes what he's seeing out there from those guys. No chance of that. I think it's way past time, obviously, to make the change. But he must believe that there's nothing there. And not playing Carson Vincent. I know some people want Emory Jones. I project 5th round pick, etc. So it doesn't shock me that they're not playing him. Emory Jones, they love him to be ready. It's possible he's not ready yet. Ben Cleveland, he doesn't like. For whatever reason, he's not playing Ben Cleveland. Bullock hasn't seen. I almost forgot Bullock was on the team, but Bullock hasn't seen the field, I don't think, any like very, very little as well. And Note Boom is in the doghouse. So you can bench him, but you're going to leave Falele out there. Lamar's going to get hurt. I think if this continues, there's no way. I mean, this is just not even playable. I don't know. I don't know what else to say at this point. What all of us can say. I would say this. All I've seen this week, and I kind of noticed this last year, but the fans kind of like, I don't know why you guys aren't noticing this. Everybody notices this now. So if we're doing that as fans, I'm sure the Jets are doing it, the Patriots are doing it, the Steelers are doing it, the Bengals, etc. They all can see how bad the line is, especially right guard. Left guard is really strong. Voorhees has really struggled as well. I think there's some hope there, a little bit. But he doesn't look like a starter either. So I'm with you, all you guys in there, all you fans that are thinking that this is loud.